Hi guys, busy week, so we're knocking a couple of these out in a row. Thus the not traditional wardrobe. No, I do wear different shirts, but not very many. I like flannel. I appreciate you coming to this week's sales training. I want to focus on something, and I want to focus on marketing, specifically writing ads. I think people have a huge flaw. They forget that an ad is selling something. One thing, and this is an area, feel free to call me if I misspelled, by the way, because I do it a lot and I always enjoy the calls telling me I did. Marketing. To me, marketing is advertising. I know in some ways it's not, but yeah, it is. Because, oh, well, marketing is so much more. It's word of mouth. It's getting the... So is advertising. All right, I know we try to say advertising is just your TV ad or whatever. It all flows together. But I am going to focus on this, and I'm going to tell you why. I think people love the, oh, marketing is so much more, because it gives them an excuse to suck. And yes, I said that word, and I'll probably say another similar real soon. It gives them an excuse to suck. Oh, you don't understand the wide implications in the flow. Whatever, man. You don't know what you're selling. And that is where we're going with today's. What are you selling? What are you selling? When you write an ad, when you make an advertisement, what the heck are you selling? Too many people try to have too big a voice. How many of you, raise your hands while you're watching the screen, how many of you have ever heard a preacher that tried to teach too daggum much? How many of you got nothing out of it? It was too big a meal. I love the preachers, I love the messages, but if they try to swallow the whole Bible and spit it out in 1 hour-long sermon, you got nothing. It's why when they first go, they teach them a 3-point sermon. You say, tell them what you're going to say it, tell them what you said. It's a good way to do it. It flows. It makes sense. You can't eat the whole cow in one sitting. You got to have a little bit of knack to it. This is the problem most people make when they write their ad. And yes, I'm leaning in to get this point. They try to sell everything. They want to tell their whole story. We've gone over this before. You have to tell your story. It's the purpose of what sales process is. But guys, you can't afford two big problems. You can't afford the time it takes to run an ad that tells your whole story. Second problem is you would kill people and bore them to death. Because, and again, we've gone over this a number of times, but a quick caveat to help set the place. You got to remember, they care about them. Just like you, when you're them, care about you. They care about them. People don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. Remember that old great quote? You've got to bond. You've got to relate to people before you can really share your whole story. They got to know you care about them. They got to know how it relates to them. You got to make it do so. A long sermon. If you could afford by the hour advertising it would take to tell your whole story, no one would make it through. We'll get into how you do infomercials and relates to that later. So you're just doing a short bit. Not to mention you couldn't afford it. The shorter you can make your bit, the better. If it takes 60 seconds to do yours, okay. But golly, that's tough. Because you're trying to sell too much. It shouldn't have taken you 60 seconds. Is it 30? I'm okay with 30. Can you get it down to 15? If you get down to 15, you can tell it twice for the same money. If I'm buying a 30-second ad for $100, guess what a 15-second ad should cost me? And I know your ad guy's going to be, oh, 80. Bull crap. If he can sell that, he can sell that. Would you rather tell your story twice or once? Twice. That wasn't supposed to take thought. Twice. Can you get your ad down to 10 seconds? How about 5? Can we get down to a $20 ad? Can I tell my story 5 times for the same $100? whatever number you put, you get my point. Can you get it down there? If you can't, that's okay. I run 5-second ads. I really do. But they're just my main jingle. Because the purpose of that, and I'm getting way too complicated, I'm doing what I just griped about trying to eat the whole cow. Getting songs that's a quicker memory recall that helps in fact the others. But it takes for me, I tried 10s, I couldn't get it in. It takes me a 15-second ad. To get what I want to get said, it takes me a 15-second ad on TV. On radio, I can do it in 15. I prefer 30. But the problem is, most of you are out there buying on radio a 60-second ad and on TV a 30. And you're filling it all. Because you think it's so important. Man, I got to give them my name. I got to give them my address. I got to make sure they get my phone number. And if you listen to old school ad guys, at least 2 to 3 times. And then I got to tell them what I do. And I got to let them know what a neat guy I am. Blah, 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 blah. And in a 60-second ad, because you have so much to put in, you do story time. How many of y'all can recall the 60-second ad you heard on the radio coming into work today? And if you can, it's because you've heard it 100,000 times. Okay? And most likely you're still like, yeah, would you buy there? Well, no, it's boring. What are you selling? The reason this falls apart is what are you selling? Are you selling your phone number? Is what you want to call? Sell it. Are you selling come by? Look, selling come by is not that hard. How many have known the car dealership, the bookstore, the mall opening that does free hot dogs? You just want people to come by, give away free hot dogs. And before you insult that, you should, because you're just getting people to come by. Who cares if they have no other motivation? But if your goal is come by, guess what? It works. You're not selling your car dealership. You're not selling your bookstore. You're not selling the mall. You're selling a location. You're selling come by. Now, if you're hoping and praying I get enough bodies, somebody randomly is going to fall into a car and buy it. Again, I don't know how effective these things are, but that seems to be the concept. If you're doing a mall opening, it's I want people to realize how easy it is to get here. I want them to see it. They got to know what stores we have. They're not going to buy today, but they will recall it. They'll know that we're here. We got to have them find it. Brilliant. Give away hot dogs. But what are you selling? What you're selling in that case is I need bodies. Do you want phone calls? Sell your phone number. Quit selling. If you want phone calls, I don't care about your address. I don't care that you're a great guy. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Sell your phone number. God willing, hopefully, your company has a name that does it for you. If it doesn't, change your name. If your name is Tony's, then you better be an Italian pizza restaurant. Otherwise, you got problems. If it's Tony's Lawn Care, you don't need to say anymore. We're kind of assuming you do lawns. All right? We are. You don't need to keep selling Tony's Lawn Care. We do the greatest maintenance service. Well, you better. You wouldn't be advertising you do lawn care. That's all assumed. Tony's Lawn Care, 724-6731. Call Tony's Lawn Care, 724. I don't care. What are you selling? You're selling your phone number. Hammer it. Bust it. Matter of fact, that's one you can do in a 5-second ad. Think about it. Which is going to get more calls? Tony's trying to get calls. If Tony's Lawn Care does a 60-second ad, this is Tony's Lawn Care. Our phone number is 672-379-4485. And we do the finest lawn maintenance around. We come out 3 times a year and fertilize and we aerate. Now, you're that once in an hour. Seriously. Ran 1 time an hour, 60 seconds. Now put it on the radio 10, 12 times. Am I right? Yeah. No. So, yeah, 12 times. Same money, same time, 12 times in the exact same hour this ad runs. Tony's Lawn Care, 470-672-3256. Tony's Lawn Care, 470-672-3256. Which one's going to get more calls? Seriously. If you think the first, then I can't believe you're actually watching me. So your mind doesn't work like mine does at all. And I love you, you're wrong. The second works. What are you trying to sell? In most cases in a modern world, your quality, your name, your reputation, everything else, people are going to research you before they call. You know why? Because it's so friggin' easy. Give you a side note. Read an article the other day. One of my heroes, Michael Dell, got financial problems, trying to buy his company back so he doesn't have to justify the losses, so it doesn't under stock pricing and try to survive. Why? Because whoever dreamt computers are going to become obsolete. Actually, a number of folks did, but it's still shocking they didn't catch it. Phones are dominating, taking over. Flow of information is huge. I can't sit down at lunch with the guys I work with and not have something come up that one of them pops out and has us the answer in seconds. It's a friggin' magical encyclopedia right at your fingertips. From that end, you know what you're selling? Your website. You want to control stuff? Don't control your ad. Control the content about you on the web. Control what is said about you. Join the friggin' Better Business Bureau. Join your Chamber of Commerce. Find a way to help know what's coming in about you so you can manage it. Can you make everything good? No. If there's bad about you and it's deserved, it should be out there. But at least be able to manage it. How often do you have an upset client that, holy cow, how horrific is I'm saying this, but you didn't even know? Find out so you can fix it, because usually you don't want them upset either, and it's not that hard to fix. You're selling your website. You know why? They're going to go there anyway. You're selling your web presence. You know why? Because they're going to go there anyway. Funny thing about that phone number, Tony's Lawn Care, more than half will still Google Tony's Lawn Care and not the phone number. And they'll get, because they think, I'll get the phone number off his website. Why remember the hard part? How often driving down the road do you have a pen to write a phone number down anyway? They're going to your website. Sell it. Conversely, what are you selling? Why are you giving all these different points and all this info and making sure you're sweet and secure and wonderful when that's what you're selling? If you don't have something really phenomenal to say that you can get out quick, sing your website. 5-second ad, 20 times an hour, sing your website. www.tonyslawn.com www.tonyslawn.com www.tonyslawn.com. That was exactly 5 seconds. That's why I was looking up there. 3 times. Get it really catchy to make it last the whole 5 seconds. It's still a better ad. It's what you're selling. Get what you're selling. Focus, laser focus, narrow down. Oh, but you don't understand, Bob. I have so many products. I'm loving doing this Tony's Lawn Care thing. I've got fertilizing, I have aerating, I have mowing, we have landscaping. We've even started doing pools and hot tubs. You can't sell it all, man. You can't. You can't even go, oh, I'll put it on graphics. You can't. It's too much noise. It confuses. People, hey, I'll go to the easier one. It's how we are today. We're short attention span. Don't make it hard. Make it easy. You want to have different segments on your website to put that? That's where people go slow. That's where they research. Make it clean. Make it slow. Make it easy. Beware buggering it up. I still make that mistake. I still bugger mine up too much. I get too much info on there. Yeah, somebody wants to call and explain to me why that's a bad word. Go ahead. I really don't know. I just always kind of liked it. Focus on that. Now, I've gone too long here. I have so much more to say, but I really feel like this has been enough. I do want to do a sales training on this exact same concept as relates to sales. and that will be our next bit. Thank y'all very much.